The National Executive Committee considered and agreed on a range of economic policy interventions to achieve a higher rate of economic growth and economic inclusion based on presentations by its Economic Transformation Subcommittee. The ETC presentations focused on progress on the industrial strategy, the energy and minerals sector, the state of public enterprises, the promotion of small and medium enterprises, as well as the macro growth and recovery strategy.
While not an outright endorsement of Treasury's proposed economic transformation plan, the ANC NEC agrees that urgent interventions need to be made on the road to economic recovery.
All of this package provides certainty to the investment community. 90% yes. Why I say 90%? We've not closed one chapter which government is got to close, not us. In terms of the strategic thrust of the structural reforms that we've put across, they are an important policy dimension and provide certainty. There's one puzzle which I would be misleading you if we don't close the ESCOM issue. It's not fully complete without closing the funding model for ESCOM, which I think by the time the minister makes the statement on the 30th, that matter would have been dealt with.
The ANC says many of the policies that need to be implemented are based on the National Development Plan. However, specific measures will be taken with regards to looking at privatizing sections of key state-owned companies by lowering the huge debt accumulated by SOEs, addressing the high municipal bill created from the mismanagement of funds and non-payment by users.
Services rendered must be paid for. And she was very clear that national government must provide leadership where the government owes ESCOM, must pay. Where they owe the municipality, they must pay. Where SARS, for example, the South African Revenue Service, owes taxpayers VAT refunds, they must pay. So all of us must generate this culture of paying for services rendered.
Analysts have welcomed the announcement and say the ruling party's acknowledgement of the magnitude of the economic problems faced shows clear signs of leadership and will go a long way in re-establishing confidence.
I'm very positive about this statement because I think they have managed to their starting point of actually acknowledging the severity of the crisis of growth, employment and poverty is very important, because then it allows them to see implicitly that the original Treasury documents of supply side measures are not enough.
But more still needs to be done, providing greater clarity on the macroeconomic reforms needed that actively address key issues such as the high unemployment rate. And one way to do this, economists believe, is by setting clear deadlines and targets.
It's about, for example, they talk about, it's for the first time actually, they talk about promotion of sustainable demand in the economy. In other words, bringing the issues of the lack of demand in the economy, and talks about measures such as increase in infrastructure investment, localizations, exports, and macroeconomic policy reforms that are needed for that.
After consultations with the alliance partners and having taken into consideration suggestions raised from both the private and public sectors, Finance Minister Tito Mboweni will unveil a clearer picture of what the economic recovery blueprint framework for the country will be to stimulate growth and generate jobs when he delivers the medium-term budget statement at the end of the month. Nozintombi Miya, SABC News, Johannesburg.